Hello and welcome to the first and probably last episode of the 3K report. I am Melly, you might know me as Dark Force or Pretty Pony, and I am one of the top elementals on Three Kingdoms. Right now I'm sitting at number 6, very far away from number 1, but basically triple the next active elemental. It's because elementals are a very long guild where there are no power increases for a long time, basically from about, I'd say, 40 or 50 days in the guild to 550 days in the guild, you don't really increase in power. Your damage goes up maybe 20% in that time, which is over the course of a year and a half, or yeah, that's about right. About a year and a half, you get almost no increases in power. And then what I want to talk about today is something called energy emission competency. So how this works normally is that at emit 1 you need 10 control, at emit 2 you need 20 control, at emit 3 you need 30 control, and so on. And this formula stays the same until around emit, it's either 14 or 15. I think 14 you need like 165, and 15 you probably need like 190, something in that range. There's no reason for that. It's just something that someone decided, and it breaks the formula, and that's fine. These are numbers that you can reach. But then when you hit emit 16, which is at the pinnacle of being an elemental, it is hard-coded to be stuck at 99.8%. You can never raise this. No matter how much control you were to get, this number will never go up. So from about 3 days in guild, control is one of the things you want to focus on early in your elemental career, because when you miss, you don't get GXP, and also you do less damage. So you want to max out your control very early on. So from about 3 combat days in the guild to 550 combat days in the guild, you never miss. But then as soon as you hit the pinnacle of being an elemental and you get that emit 16, you now have a 0.2% chance to miss. And I don't know why this is. I've asked every wizard I can talk to why this is the case, and no one can give me a reason why. Rostefan was the one who told me it was hard-coded, and they did look at it, and I guess they decided either because I cared about it so much or for some other reason that they just didn't want to change that. I don't think it would break the guild if we had 100%, 0.2% damage increase, and 0.2% GXP increase isn't going to change anything for anyone. So I don't know why that decision was made. It did drive me to quit the guild, though, or not the guild, but the game. I stopped playing 3K because after spending 550 combat days-ish into getting to the top of my guild, I began to miss. It wasn't like I was missing the whole time and it was just getting slightly better, and even at the top I was still missing. That would be fine. It's you don't miss for most of your life as an elemental, you hit the top and then you start missing. And I find that to be incredibly disappointing and honestly incredibly stupid. And I don't think it should work that way. Now, if the control number you needed to get was like 225, I would never spend the GXP to do that, but at least the option would exist, right? The fact that it's hard-coded so that it's never 100% is just, I don't know, incredibly bad. So as you can see, my energy to spend is 1,000,000 here, and I'm going to put that into intensity because this increases your damage. There are other things I would like to get. I would like to get more focus, which gives you more resolve, but you can't afford to spend on the things you want to spend to. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that I miss being a top elemental makes me want to never play this game again, and the fact that the wizards haven't taken that seriously is also very disheartening, and I think it shows how, I don't know, long elementals are, and long isn't a bad thing, but how few power increases there are from around this point where you can see a ton of elementals at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%, and then they just drop off a cliff from here's like I don't think Elijah's logged in several years. So from Gaiden until me, I don't think any of these players are still active. Maybe Sally is. Um, but yeah, no one plays elementals because there are no power increases for an incredibly long time, and then when you finally get to the point where you start increasing your power, you start to miss. And that I think is wrong and it's bad and it should change, and I hope that this message gets to someone who can make that change and that they take pity on me and the elemental guild as a whole and they do make that change. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Please fix this. Okay, I love you. Bye.